Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is still the 19th of June. It is Monday 2023. We've had some rain. You see the ground is wet here. Right now it is not raining. Pretty much they said we're going to have a steady rain as of 7 o'clock. Actually, I'll walk over to one of the buckets here. It's sitting right underneath here. We'll see how much water is in here. Not a ton, a little bit. It was a light rain earlier, so, but they basically said from 7 o'clock on tonight, so it's a little after 6 right now, but from 7 o'clock on tonight through the night, we're going to have a steady rain. So I definitely anticipate that we're going to get a lot more. So, but that's okay. Like I said, we need the rain, so that'll be a good thing. All right, so let's get into this topic. So, obviously, Blinken has wrapped up his meeting with China, and of course he's saying that the talks were productive, but one of the things that to me would be concerning, they have not reopened communications between the militaries. There was communication before that had been stopped. That was not one of the things that they had agreed to, that they would reopen those communications. Stupidity and mistakes can happen. And it could be either side, folks. It's not like, of course, if something happens, we would blame them, they would blame us, but the outcome would still be the same. If a conflict ensued, the blame game would go on. But we need to have open communication to make sure that these type of things don't happen. I've said this again, I'll say it again many times. Nobody wins in a war situations, especially when you have superpowers going up against each other where nuclear weapons are an option. Nobody wins in that situation. So something to think about, something to pay attention to. I am hopeful that, they can not get things going where they're going to wanting to be fighting, and and we're not wanting to be fighting, hopefully, and that we can have peace and live as human beings and respect each other, and you live your life, we live our lives. But I don't see that happening. I think it's a matter of time. I think it's an inevitability that we will be in some kind of a conflict with China at some point for a myriad of reasons. And I think it's just a matter of time. So again, what can we do again about something like that? And the reality is there's not much that we can do to stop that situation. The only thing that we can do as individuals is to be prepared the best way that we possibly can to deal with that situation. So that's important, and I want you guys to remember that. You have control over you. You have control over what you're going to do, and you have to think about those things, and so that's important. That's important, and just do the best that you can. Prepare the best way that you know how, because like I said again, we never know what's going to happen, and it's a crazy world out there. Being run by crazy people, really crazy people, and I think that we just need to continue to try to do the best that we can, be prepared the best way that we know how, and take care of the people that we love. And when the time comes, when that balloon does go up, because I do believe that is strictly a matter of time, we act accordingly at that point in time. So anyway, I'd like to hear your feedback on this. What do you guys think? Do you believe that this trip was productive at all? Or was it just more grandstanding nonsense, and one side threatens the other threatens the other back? And at some point, like I said, there's always going to be a point where the two biggest guys in a room, they get in those pissing contests, if you will, and something's going to give at some point. Just how bad that would be will be determined as we go forward and see what happens. But I just think that we need to, hopefully cooler heads will prevail. That is my hope. That's always my hope, because again, in a war situation, nobody's going to win in that situation. I'm going to encourage you again, continue to prep, continue to get ready, put yourselves in the best possible position to be successful. That's all we can do. That's what we have control over. You know, what you're doing to prepare, what you're doing to get ready, how you're planning, the game plan that you have, what you're going to do about that and stuff like that. So those are things that people really need to think about. She's just running away, just crazy. She's just having fun. I did want to go over here though, real quick. Let's take a walk over here. I wanted to check on these raspberry bushes. I want to see if they're starting to do anything or not. And we will see. So we're going to go over here. Alright, so if you remember, these are the ones that I planted last year. Okay, so they actually, if you look over here, there's one that's actually already starting to ripen up right there a little bit. So these guys, I planted 2 last year, and you can see there's more coming up. Oh, here's one. Actually, not quite yet. Okay. Obviously, these are red raspberries. I planted them last year, and hopefully they will continue to take off and continue to do well. You can see they're growing great. These ones are. That's not one of them, so that's actually got to come out of here. I don't think that's one of them anyway, but it might be. But they're spreading, which is what we want. We want this whole area to be taken over. Let's see. Here's one of the sticks. That one looks like it's doing absolutely nothing. Let's see. Oh, okay. So, is that one... There's something growing right next to it there. But there's another stick there, and there's a third stick over here. I know the one over here broke, but these guys are doing nothing. And I planted those. That's not good. That's not a good sign. So, oh well. What are you going to do? Sometimes things work out and grow, and sometimes they don't. But, well, look, if you look over here, yeah, so, actually, that one, oh, yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Oh, you have no idea of how good that is. Oh, yeah. Well, the good news is the red raspberries that we planted last year are doing fantastic. What you want to see happen with them is you want to see them spreading. And that's what they're doing. They're definitely spreading. Yeah, that one's not quite ready, but we're going to eat it anyway. But, yeah. No, it looks really good. You can see, okay, so here's one of the shoots coming up on its own. Back there, you see more coming up. So, nope, this is, even though those ones didn't take off, that's okay. These ones did. And so we had planted these 2 last year. Now we have a lot more shoots coming up. And these 2 that we planted, obviously are flourishing. They look fantastic. And they are growing, and that's awesome. But yeah, so the blackberries in this area are all over the place. All over the place. So with getting these red ones going, that's very cool. Very, very cool. I'm disappointed, though, in these ones, I got to tell you. Obviously, you know, I mean, there's still a chance that they could come. But it doesn't look good, I will say that, because nothing is happening there. Let me check this one here. Not quite ready. But anyway, so that's what that is. But again, you plant things, you hope that they take off, you hope that they do well, and sometimes they will, and sometimes they won't. Obviously, these ones have done great, and they're going to spread. I had, if you guys remember, when I had my property in Greece, New York, we had planted blackberries, red raspberries up there. The blackberries did great, the red raspberries did not. And we had an area, we started out with 4 plants, and we ended up with a huge area where we just continue to let it expand, expand, expand. These guys here will expand obviously down the hill, but they'll also expand out this way as well, and that's what we want to see happening. And so, hey, no, don't eat that. No, now I know where they're going. Did you see that? I don't know if you guys saw that or not. She was helping herself. That one wasn't quite ready. No, it was not. But I love getting things in and that are going to come back and grow and expand and do their thing. And that's what those are going to do. Eventually, this whole area through here will be a beautiful red raspberry patch, and we'll end up getting a ton of red raspberries as the years move forward. Like I said, again, I'm disappointed with the other ones. I'm surprised that they did not do better. I may have to get a few more and replant, but I want to see this be very successful. And even if nothing else grows, you know, the other ones don't grow, these 2 have spread. There's obviously more than just the 2 now, and that's what you want to see happening. So get them in the ground, folks. It's food. It'll be there for you, and it's, you know, it's a renewable thing that's going to come back every year. It's going to spread even more, and that's why I planted them here, so that they could take this area over, because that's what I want to see happening. All right, so anyway, I am going to jump off of here for now. Remember, folks, we truly are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we truly will be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one stopping you from reaching your goals is going to be you. That's it. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I will see you all later. I hope everybody has a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.